everyone. This is one of my best wrestlers named Ben Gould. He's got a collar tie with his right hand and a left hand on his wrist. And watch this. Cartwheels, gets in his stance, fires a double leg, and finishes. So, pretty amazing stuff. Check it out in real time. Cartwheels, doubles, drives. So, I was at a wrestling tournament today, guys, and I wanted to give you guys some content, so I decided to film this monster we call Ben Gould. Double underhooks, drives into his opponent. Opponent checks a wizard throw, doesn't work. We step in front and kablammy right to his back. We're looking for the fall normally, but I instructed Ben to actually not pin his opponents right now. We're trying to get in the best shape possible. This is very common in wrestling. We're just at a local tournament. Next week we've got something really big coming up, so we need to get some work in and try to wrestle the whole match. That way we can get some good work. So that was a takedown to his back, so that scored 5 points. And we're here to working on some of our techniques and definitely getting our conditioning up. So they went out of bounds, so they start top and bottom. Ben goes to the right side, chops him down, looks for wrist control, and he's going to stick a leg in or a hook. So nice job. He's crossing his legs. He needs to put some good hip pressure. Still rolling those wrists, and his opponent's doing a decent job of defending. We're not able to see anything right away, so opponent comes up a little bit. I ask for him to put 2 legs in, cross his ankles, wide knees, and he hooks up a chicken wing. So we've got that chicken wing, so we abandon the hooks, run it around the head, and this is one of the more common wrestling pinning combinations. Once you're at a 45-degree angle, you start scoring points. For you guys that aren't familiar with the sport of wrestling, we're walking around in a circle trying to keep him on his back, but our opponent starts to get out, so we just continue to rotate the circle with our chicken wing. And the referee actually stopped the match. He was concerned about our opponent. It's what's called potentially dangerous. He felt that his arm was being compromised, so he resets the position top and bottom. Ben's hanging low right here. Looks like he's going ankle ride, and we go to a chop, head lever. We duck it, go for what I call a homicide hodge. We got a little too over ourselves right there, not chest to chest, and the opponent rolled through. So it looks like we still got 2 near fall for keeping him on his back for a couple seconds. We're rocking out on the wrist, trying to roll those wrists, trying to pull the wrists out behind the back. It's something we've been working a lot. Time runs out on the first period. These are short periods in the preseason. So we get choice, and I tell Ben, go ahead and choose down. So you choose down, especially when you're the more dominant wrestler. You want to go down. That way you can practice your bottom technique. And since you're going to be on top most of the time. We go for a switch. There's a nice switch right into a cradle. And so we get 2 reversal, and we hook up his bottom leg, what I call the small package from pro wrestling. We lose control a little bit, try to cartwheel back to get our top position. Opponent rolls out of it, breaks our cradle, and we end up kind of almost like a jiu-jitsu match, rolls back to guard, and we dive into the middle. This is what's called a body Turk in wrestling. You're Turking the guy's body with right here. Ooh, that was a little nasty right there, potentially dangerous. I instructed to Ben not hurt him. Could have hurt his spine right there. But we're trying to stay in the middle, in the guard. That way our opponent can't get to his belly. We capture his head. There's a fall right there, but the referee, for some reason, can't see it. And so we hop off on the side with a headlock. Pulling up on the head, nice weight distribution on our opponent's chest, and we get the fall. So, for those unfamiliar, a fall means a pin. A pin is a more common name for it, but technically it's called the fall. And that's it. We're semifinals. We're now in the finals.
Good job, Ben. Way to go.
Right here, they're setting up the finals match. And we'll give you just a little pre-match interview with Ben Gould. Always talking with my wrestlers about what they're going to be doing in a wrestling match. Get their mind right.
What's up, Ben?
We got time, Coach. 3 more matches.
3 more matches?
Go first.
All right. Do you really believe that Muhammad Ali is the greatest of all time?
Yes, Muhammad Ali is definitely the greatest of all time.
He's pretty damn good.
Pretty good.
Yeah. Or he was pretty good. So what are you going to work on this guy right here?
I'm gonna go for a headlock underneath and do the flip. I learned it by Helen, Olympic gold medalist.
Okay.
I'll be going for it.
What about a special? Can Coach get a special?
I can get the special easy. It's already been learned, Coach. We're working on new things.
Okay. All right, so maybe we won't hit a special. We're gonna hit some new stuff. If we knock out the Helen Marulis, I want you to go for the special one time.
All right, I'll get it.
All right, and then maybe on top, little rock out, rocking out.
Rock it out.
What else?
Tilts? Yeah, I can do some tilts.
Yeah. All right.
We'll get it done. Get it done.
Let's see what we can do.
Get the points.
All right, we'll see you in a few. It wasn't the best move, but you should have went for a special, huh, Coach?
Something different.
All right, here we are back. The referee and I were joking a little bit because he's seen my video on the special. Ben actually goes straight up for it. Collar tie, gets the overhook right here on the guy's underhook, and hits right into it with a little leg trip variation, and hits the special. So if you guys haven't checked out that video, I've got a video on that technique. Everybody who's working that move is telling me how well it's working for them. So we got guys everywhere just pulling it off left and right. Again, we're on top. We're grinding. You know, this is the wrestler's grind. We're rocking out on the wrist, getting the wrist tied behind the back like a police officer. And we want to try to control him. We're looking for the other arm. Put in a half. The kid rolls through, so we actually didn't score right there. We pull his wrist right back out. And he comes out to the front head, and he just horses him over. Again, not exactly the technique we've been working on. I'm going to have to go back to the drawing board, and we're going to have to try to make it a little bit more refined. But Ben's a horse, so you know when you've got that firepower, you use it, and it works. So nothing wrong with having that. We just got to improve technique. So it looks like we're looking for an outside single. We come up with a deep underhook and a hip throw. So again, if you guys watch that again, I'm going to actually pause this one moment. Okay, check this out right here. We're going to take an outside single. When we go for it and we miss, notice our arm's going to come straight up into an underhook. So we sweep for the single, we miss, and we come right up into a deep underhook. That's what made that move work so well, is that deep underhook that came off of the shot when our opponent circled into us. So one more time, I'm going to show you this again. Okay, here just a little bit slower this time. Notice our left hand shoots for the leg. We penetrate, we miss. Our opponent circles to his left, our right, and our right hand sweeps up. And it is so deep, it's all in the grips. Big step with the right leg, stepping in front, and it's enough to get him off balance and take him through. Nice throw. Again, it's all in the grip. If your underhook is not deep, it is not a wise decision. But if you get a nice deep grip with your right hand, all the way across the back, the low back, your opponent gripping that hip, it's a great time to go for the technique. So, pretty awesome. So we'll move on to the next situation. We're pinning, but we decide let's let him out and let's get some work. Again, last match of the day, but we got to keep our conditioning going and practice more techniques. Opponent gets in on a shot, we hip in, front headlock, we go 3/4 Nelson and flip him through actually a little too far. We catch him on the other side and we put him to his back by picking his leg up, and time runs out before we can get the fall. So our opponent's pretty mentally beat right here. You know, that definitely makes it where our techniques may not work quite as well, or excuse me, what I mean is they'll work extra well because our opponent will just kind of fall over, but he's actually going to score on us. He chooses neutral, and let's see, we're looking for our ties, collar tie with our right hand. We're going for 2-on-1. We take a shot, it's not there, come up with another underhook, throw him to the side as our opponent drove into us. We go double unders again. I'm calling for the snap down. We're looking for big throws right here. Our opponent sags the hips, call for a snap down, and snap him to the mat. Simple go behind. And then check this out. We rock out on the wrist and we lose the wrist, and our opponent ends up getting behind us. And that's a 2-point reversal in wrestling. So he actually, and then he drives us out of bounds. So he scores. You know, so he got his confidence back for that moment and was able to score a couple points on us. But no problem. Just keep your head up. Keep wrestling. We end up, watch this switch right here, I believe. We're going to go for a switch. And actually, the switch is not even correct. Our hand ends up slipping under his arm instead of over his arm. And our opponent just kind of gave up the position. Again, that's a little from being mentally defeated. Laying on his belly, it's time to go for the kill. We rock out. He looks to me to see if it's okay to go for the kill. He puts the head between his legs, catches a nice deep underhook, crossface, puts him right to his back. Again, I say go ahead and do what you want. He wants to get one more. Lets him off his back. Posts on him and catches him into a cradle. Kind of baited him into the cradle. The opponent thought we were going to let him go, but a little deceitful there with Ben. Puts him on his back for the cradle to go for the fall. So that's about it for today. I wasn't in the gym today, so I wanted to get you guys some content. I was at a wrestling tournament all day long, so I thought I'd film this little monster Ben that we have. We've been breeding at PG. So Ben gets the win. He gets the first place, and we'll be hitting up Freak Show next week. It's gonna be a tough tournament. Excited. Thank you guys so much. Teach Me Grappling. Hope you enjoyed and you learned something.
Way to go. We got a special in there. What else we get?
We got a 2-leg.
So many things.
A double leg.
A lot of hip throws. Over-under. You got the over-under hip throw.
I controlled him with most of my tie-ups.
Yeah. And you worked a little 2-on-1 with the shot. Didn't quite work, but you came back up.
I kind of missed the drag.
Yeah.
And I pushed it across.
Yeah.
He shot it back around and kind of stopped it.
You hit a switch, and it was actually like the arm wasn't even right. It wasn't even right, and you still reversed them.
Yeah.
Very nice. Nice rock out. I want you to work on tipping your hip on that. You did it, but you kind of just muscled them.
Yeah.
You know, with it more like a punch it. You know what I mean? When you rocked out to the head.
Oh yeah.
You just got the wrist. You slapped the back, but then you didn't tip your hip to make him fall.
Make him fall to the
Pinching
side.
your knees around the head. We're going to work on that. That way the biggest, strongest guys, we can take
We'll go
them.
down, yeah.
Yeah, beautiful. Good job. We're going to be signing
Coach.
off. Tell everybody goodbye.
See you later. First place. Keep the grind going.
All right.